another project, and here is a fun little cute project. We are going to step up a notch from all the previous ones and learn how to put a zipper and finish it right here. And just place a pin. So hold it like so, and then from the opposite side we are going to go and sew, leaving from the corner. If you want to, you can mark your seam on here and then go ahead and sew a 1/4 inch stitch, not from the end, from 1/4 inch away from here, going all the way till here. Okay, first we're going to do that, and once we've done it from the opposite side, we're going to come back and turn it like so. Just if you let your needle down for a minute and then go and sew all the way till the end, a 1/4 inch stitch. And then we're going to come back and do this side as well. First I'm sewing, I'm putting a stitch from the side panel side, and this is a 1/4 inch stitch. Now place your needle down and lift your presser foot up. You could just turn your top fabric like so. Lift your presser foot up, and we're going to just go and turn it like that. And go and sew this way. And now we're going to go back. This is the top. Now we're going to go back and go from the zip side. Just go and hold, go and place your presser foot like so, and just as an extension, just sew a couple of stitches and drop your needle at the same point you started, because that is where we need to turn the corner. So now lift it up. You can remove the pin from there, and now just push your fabric, the side panel, from the bottom like so. If you let your needle go, this is going to be very tricky, so it's very important the needle is down. You just turn the fabric and then start sewing. Okay, that's how it looks. This is the panel that we have just joined, and that is how it looks from the outside. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and attach this one, which we're going to take it like so. Again, make a notch mark, place it in the center like so, and before you go ahead and join, what you need to do is the other side of the handle needs to go in there. So let me go ahead and join that, and basically you follow the exact same process like we did before and go ahead and join this way. Okay, when you've done that, this is going to look and sit like a pyramid. That's how the bag looks right now, and it's almost sitting like a pyramid. Now we need to go and close this part with lining. For the lining, I have chosen a soft cotton that is in red. We also need to go and sew the pocket. So basically place your pockets like so at the bottom, one side, and just go and sew a stitch so that pocket stays in place. Once the pocket is in place, then we're going to go and attach the lining. Pockets are now sewn in on the sides. Now, if you watch carefully, this is the side. We're going to start sewing from one side to the other. So basically, our pocket needs to sit like this from inside. So now flip this over like so, and just going to go and sew the top first, not the side, the top, because the top needs to sit properly, otherwise it's all going to be very wonky. So we're going to hold it like so and go and sew a stitch from this side, so only at the top, from here to here. And afterwards, once we've come to this corner, we're going to go and hold it like so, push it forward and go and sew a stitch all the way till there. Place the lining so it's matching to the side panel, and you don't have to, even if you can't sew on top of the same stitch you've sewn, as long as it's closed, it's fine. So turning the corner is the trickiest bit, and once you've done that, you're going to be absolutely fine. And then turn the corners like so. Just hold your fabric. And now we're going to, so that's where we have sewn. We're going to turn this over like so from the opposite side. This is the trickiest bit. And place it like that. And depending on what sort of fabric you've taken, this is the trickiest bit, because this lining and this bit is going to hold the whole lot inside. It's not impossible, it's just a little bit difficult. You can also sew a hand stitch if you find this very difficult to sew. Okay, that's how it looks, because we've kind of closed the lining inside, so we need to carefully just bring this out like that. Okay, so if I just turn this over properly, you will see that one side, the lining is completely closed like that, so you don't see any stitches inside out. So there's your pocket in the side. When we close the bottom, that will be closed as well. So let me go ahead and do the other side of the lining. For those of you who find this process very difficult, I'm going to go and sew my lining like that. I'm going to go and sew from there to there and there to there, and this side you could always do a hand stitch if you find it very difficult to sew. So I'm going to go and sew this and this, come back and show you how to do the hand stitch on one side. Okay, I have sewn in here and here. Now all you do basically is just turn this over and turn the corners and go ahead and fold it like so and place it like that, and just go and do a hand stitch from here to here, just like a hemming, which is shown in a separate video how to close hand stitch. Before we go ahead and attach the base to the bottom of the bag, we need to neaten the edges. You can see that there is sometimes this does happen, that there's a little bit up and down. So basically what you go ahead and do is straighten this out. Just trim this a little bit in the corner like so, and just kind of make it all even. So that way when you open it, this is all even. If you find it difficult that this kind of is opening and flapping about, just go ahead and do an edge stitch. So this is all in place. That is my base fabric, and I'm just going to take my bag and turn this inside out. Make sure you have opened the zipper. Now place the small side like so. Go ahead and pin. Basically you're going to go and pin all around, so this should match perfectly. Okay, here I have pinned it all around. So now, keeping like so next to the sewing machine, we're just going to go and sew a 1/4 inch stitch all around the square base. I'm going to start somewhere in the middle of a straight panel. Start sewing a 1/4 inch seam all around. Your lining may have a little pleat, not your base fabric, your lining, because sometimes you can't catch the full seam width in the side, so that's absolutely fine. This is not a perfect square, it's got the rounded corners, so you need to go along with the shape of the base. If you do end up having a little bit extra somewhere, just go ahead and make a pleat, it's not the end of the world. Mine's coming a little bit extra. I think it's only the lining, not the main fabric, so I'm just going to make a little pleat. Okay, that's how the base looks when it's on the base, and it's sitting neatly. The Key is that it should sit on the ground flat like this. Okay, now we need to cover this with the lining. Similar way that we covered the side lining, we're going to take the lining fabric like so and place it along with one corner, one side like that. So start somewhere over there, and we're going to go and sew, and then kind of push the bag inside, and we can only sew three corners. We can't sew the other side, otherwise you won't be able to open it. So it's going to be a little bit tricky, but if you start doing it, then the third way we have to hand stitch and close it. I'm just going to start at this little corner and then go all the way, and going to go and sew 3 sides. Have to make sure that the bottom and the top kind of matches perfectly, and again go and sew and hand stitch. And when it comes to the third side, you'll have to really push this properly, otherwise you're going to end up with a lot of bulk. Okay, that's how it looks. We've sewn in the 3 sides. Now open this up. I've taken a black lining for my base because it's inside and you can't see, and I'm just using up the scraps I've got. So just let this come out like that. I think I've got a pin here. And now all we have to do is fold this in and fold this in, make an iron mark, and just go ahead and close it with a hand stitch. And that way your bag will be completely finished. When you've finished your hand sewing, just turn it around, close your zip, and your beautiful pyramid bag is now ready.